In the heart of the wild, a gentle giant roams. With horns that pierce the sky and a spirit as ancient as the earth, the rhino stands as a testament to nature's beauty. With a skin so tough it can withstand the blows of a lion, these gentle creatures grazing peacefully on the grasslands are a majestic symbol of strength and resilience. But the sad reality is, their future hangs in the balance. Join me for yet another exciting and educational episode of Know the Animal, where we will understand their story and ensure their survival. Rhinoceros, or rhino, is a member of any of the 5 extant species of odd-toed ungulates in the family Rhinoceratidae. That is a group of hoofed mammals with an odd number of toes on each foot, either 1 or 3 toes, but never 2. Rhino sizes range from 2.5 meters long and 1.5 meters high for the smallest to about 4 meters long and nearly 2 meters high for the largest. Male rhinos are called bulls and females are called cows. Their young are calves, and while in groups are called crash. Females tend to be more sociable than the more solitary, territorial males. After mating, adult male and female rhinos typically go their separate ways. After the calf is born, it will probably spend a couple of years or more in the company of its mother. Let us explore the unique characteristics of the 5 species of rhinos. 1. Black rhinoceros. This species is the smallest of the 5 and has 2 horns. 2. White rhinoceros, the largest of the 5. The white rhino has 2 horns and a wide, square lip. The white rhino is the largest rhino species and the largest land mammal after the elephant. White rhinos can grow to weigh more than 5,000 pounds, which is almost as much as a Land Rover. 3. Indian rhinoceros. This species has a single horn and thick, wrinkled skin. 4. Sumatran rhinoceros, the smallest of all rhinos. The Sumatran rhino has 2 horns and a hairy coat. And lastly, Javan rhinoceros, one of the rarest mammals on Earth. The Javan rhino has a single horn and thick, wrinkled skin. It is interesting to know that an adult rhino can produce as much as 50 pounds of dung per day. That's a lot of poo. And it's the result of rhinos having to consume large amounts of plant material to obtain proper nutrition. Nuances in the smell of dung can tell a rhino a lot about others in the area. Each rhino's smell is unique and identifies its owner. The dung of a young rhino smells different than that of an adult. A male's dung smells different than a female, and the dung of a female in estrus gives off a different odor than that of a non-reproductive female. Do you know that white rhinos aren't white and black rhinos aren't black? The white rhino's name is taken from the Afrikaans word wide, which means wide and describes its mouth. Early English settlers in South Africa misinterpreted the wide for white. Black rhinos probably got their name from the dark, wet mud in their wallows that made them appear black in color. Both species are essentially gray in color. What are rhino horns made of? Unlike most animal horns, which are comprised of a bony core coated by a relatively thin layer of keratin, rhino horns are solely made of keratin, a naturally produced protein that strengthens hair, skin, and nails in humans. Both males and females have horns in all 5 rhinoceros species. Can rhinos see in the dark? Rhinos have poor vision. Rhinos' eyesight isn't great. They would find it difficult to see a motionless person at a distance of 30 meters. They mainly rely on their strong sense of smell. Their night vision is also quite poor. Rhino eyes are small for their size, contributing to their poor vision. Rhino's skin is like armor. They have thick but sensitive skin. Similar to elephants, A rhino's skin can be up to 2 inches thick, but is still susceptible to sunburn. That's why, when you are on safari, you will often see rhinos rolling around in the mud. Once the mud dries, it provides a layer of protection from the strong sun and wards off the biting of insects and parasites. Why do rhinos have special relationships with birds? The bird would frequently perch atop a rhino's back and consume its insects. Due to rhinos' limited vision, birds would also sound an alarm in the event of any impending danger or enemy approach. The chatty, social birds often hang out on the backs of rhinos, feasting on parasitic ticks. And actually, research has shown that the tick is the favorite diet of an oxpecker. And if they feed on ticks, that is a good thing. The birds also get nutrients by picking at sores on the rhinos' bodies. How do rhinos communicate? Well, rhinos communicate through honks, sneezes, and poo. Rhinos make an array of funny noises when they're communicating. During confrontations, they growl and make trumpet calls. Black rhinos snort when they're angry, make sneeze-like calls as alarms, scream if they're scared, and monk when relaxed. Rhinos also communicate through their poo and urine. When rhinos poo in the same place as other rhinos, an area known as a latrine, they can smell the poo and urine of other individuals and know who's in the area. What is the purpose of rhino horns? It is great to note that the white, black, and Sumatran rhinos all have 2 horns, one larger and one smaller, whereas Javan and Indian rhinos each have a single horn. Rhino horns are used for defense, for establishing dominance, and for fighting rivals to win the right to mate. However, some rhinos use their teeth for defense. When an Indian rhino defends itself against a predator or another rhino, it doesn't use its horn to injure its opponent. Instead, it slashes and gouges viciously with the long, sharp incisors and canine teeth on its lower jaw. Neither the black nor the white rhino have incisors. Only the Indian and Sumatran rhinos have canines, but all 5 species have 3 premolars and 3 molars on each side of their upper and lower jaws. Why is rhino horn so valuable? Rhino horn is used in ornamental carvings in traditional Chinese medicine, but increasingly common is its use as a status symbol to display success and wealth. What do rhinos do every day? Rhinos spend their days and nights grazing and only sleep during the hottest parts of the day. During the rare times when they aren't eating, they can be found enjoying a cooling mud soak. These soaks also help to protect the animals from bugs, and the mud is a natural sunblock. Why is a rhino so aggressive? If they feel threatened, they may charge at the perceived threat, whether it be a person or a vehicle. Moreover, rhinos are fiercely territorial animals and are known to defend their territory aggressively. They are known for their powerful charges, which can be deadly to predators and humans alike. They also have a heightened sensitivity to disturbance, and any sudden movement or noise can trigger an attack. What is the weakness of rhinos? Rhinos have limited maneuverability once charging. They cannot change direction or easily halt their advance. Stupidity: the rhino also possesses below-average intelligence. What is the natural enemy of a rhino? Humans are the major threat to rhinos, but several other species are also rhino predators. The 2 species most often reported to prey upon rhinos, usually young ones, are lions in Africa and tigers in Asia. What is the maximum age of a rhino? White rhinos live in the wild for around 40 to 50 years, while black rhinos have a slightly shorter lifespan of 35 to 50 years. The oldest rhino in the world to have lived for 57 years is reported to be the black female rhino, which died of natural causes in a sanctuary in Tanzania after living most of her life in the wild. Gestation lasts approximately 16 months, and mothers give birth to one calf every 2 to 3 years. White rhinos are semi-social and territorial. Females and subadults generally are social, but bulls are often solitary. How powerful is a rhino? Adult male rhinos can weigh between 1,800 and 2,500 kilograms, and females 1,800 to 2,000 kilograms, which is more than your average family car. It's hard to measure how strong a white rhino is, but it is estimated that one can pull a weight of between 800 and 1,100 kilograms. Which country has the most rhinos? South Africa accounts for about half of the total black rhino population on the African continent and is also home to the world's largest population of white rhinos. Currently, 2,056 black rhinos and 12,968 white rhinos are estimated to remain for a total of more than 15,000. What do rhinos eat? Rhinos are herbivores, which means they eat plants. White rhinos graze on grass, while black rhinos eat succulent plants and leaves. Sumatran rhinos eat a variety of available plants, and Javan rhinos prefer moist plants found in lowlands with plenty of water. Can we live without rhinos? Rhinos are majestic creatures facing a dire situation. The loss of these gentle giants would have a devastating impact on ecosystems and biodiversity. Rhinos are what we call a keystone species, as 1W, whose presence and role within an ecosystem have a disproportionate effect on other organisms within the system. It is imperative that we take immediate action to protect rhinos and ensure their survival for future generations. By supporting conservation efforts, raising awareness, and making sustainable choices, we can help to safeguard these incredible animals. That is it for today. I want to thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. You are the inspiration that keeps me going. Please give me a like and subscribe. I will appreciate it a lot. Let us connect in the next video. Goodbye.